Yo, what is up everyone? It is 158 here, and today I'm going to be giving you a guide on all the island scan Pokemon you can find in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Now, if you don't know what the island scan is, and you just clicked on this video because you saw Superior and Aegislash in the thumbnail, basically every 2 hours you can scan in a QR code, and if you scan in 10 QR codes, you will be able to scan the islands and do this feature. It's called Island Scan, and you scan the islands, and you will be able to find a Pokemon that is not in Alola's Pokedex. There are 28 total Pokemon, because 7 days of the week, 4 islands. What Pokemon this is dependent on what day of the week your 3DS's time is set to and what island you are currently on. So if your favorite Pokemon wasn't in the Alola Dex, or a Pokemon you really want to use in competitive wasn't in the Alola Dex, it might be in the Island Scan, but it's very unlikely. Also keep in mind that since Island Scan Pokemon cannot SOS and call for help, that you cannot get the hidden abilities on these Pokemon until Pokebank releases in January. Anyway, on Sunday you will find a Cyndaquil with Double Kick. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, they also all have egg moves. So, except Electros and one other Pokemon don't, because they don't get any egg moves. Anyway, you'll find a Cyndaquil with Double Kick on Melee Island, Gothita with Dark Pulse on Akala Island, a Rhyhorn with Skull Bash on Ula Ula Island, and an Electros with no egg moves on Pony Island. Now, for me, Cyndaquil seems like kind of an easy choice here. Most of you probably agree, but maybe for some reason you really want one of these other Pokemon. Next up, on Monday, you will find a Totodile with Metal Claw on Melee Island, a Spheal with Aqua Ring on Akala Island, a Swinub with Freeze Dry on Ula Ula Island, and a Conkeldurr with Drain Punch, which is a really good move, on Pony Island. Now, this decision is actually really tough because obviously Totodile's a starter, and then Mamoswine and Conkeldurr are really good, and that Drain Punch is also really good. Unfortunately, I gotta say, I'm probably not going to do Spheal until I've got the other three, just because of the fact that Walrein isn't that exciting compared to these other guys' final form. But yeah, that's what you get on Monday. On Tuesday, on Melee Island, you get a Dentno with Assurance. On Akala Island, you will get a Luxio with Eerie Impulse. On Ula Ula Island, you will get a Duosion with Nightshade. And on Pony Island, you will get a Togekiss with Future Sight. Again, this is another really hard decision because Hydreigon and Togekiss are pretty good, and Luxio and Rioniclus have amazing designs, and Rioniclus is also really good. This one's pretty tough. Next up is Wednesday. On Melee Island, you will find a Horsey with Dragon Breath. On Akala Island, you will find a Honedge with Destiny Bond, which might have been the reason you clicked on this video. On Ula Ula Island, you will find a Roselia with Leaf Storm. And on Pony Island, you will find a Leavanny with Me First. For me, I'd say the choice here is pretty easy. Honedge, although the other three could actually be pretty cool. But yeah, Honedge, because Aegislash is really good. You don't have to worry about a hidden ability or anything. Yeah, Honedge seems like a pretty easy choice here. Next up is Thursday. Clink you can find on Melee Island, and it will not have any egg moves. Venipede you can find on Akala Island, and it will have Toxic Spikes. On Ula Ula Island, you will find a Staravia with Roost. And on Pony Island, you will find a Superior with Glare. Now, for me, my order is pretty easy. Superior, Staravia, Venipede, and Clink. I do not like Clink. I'm not excited to get this thing, but I'll probably get it eventually because I want to get all the Island Scan Pokemon, but I'm not really excited to get Clink. But Superior, I feel like, would be really cool. And it might have been the reason you clicked on this video. Unfortunately, you can't get Contrary Superior, but we'll be able to in January when Pokemon Bank is out. On Friday, you will get Chikorita with Leech Seed on Melee Melee Island, Bellsprout with Acid Spray on Akala Island, Vigoroth with Hammer Arm on Ula Ula Island, and Samurott with Brine on, what's it called? Pony Island. I don't know why I forgot that. This one is actually a pretty hard choice just because you've got two starters in there. I don't know which one I'm going to do first, although either, like, tomorrow I'm probably going to get Chikorita, because in my Moon version I haven't actually gotten to Pony Island yet. But, yeah, I'm probably going to get Chikorita and then Samurott, just because I haven't made it to Pony Island yet. But if I had, that would be a pretty tough choice. And lastly, Saturday, you can get a Litwick with Acid on Melee Melee Island, a Marill with Aqua Jet on Akala Island, an Axew with Iron Tail on Ula Ula Island, and an Emboar with Superpower on Pony Island. This is another really hard decision. I mean, Azumarill is really good and competitive, and Aqua Jet is going to help it a lot. Emboar is a starter, and Chandelure and Haxorus are both amazing Pokemon, like design-wise, and pretty good in battle as well. So that's it. That's my guide on the Island Scan Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Is there a Pokemon that you're pretty excited to catch that you didn't know was an Island Scan Pokemon before? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this is One for Glade, signing out. Peace.